Or 17 minus 4 minus 1.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the Final Four. This could potentially be one of the most pivotal votes that you have ever cast. In this game, at least. Rin, as the winner of the Face Morphs Immunity Challenge, you clearly have the best skills at recognizing your fellow players. Walk us through that and what it feels like to have immunity.
Um, I guess it was nice to know that the people I talked to actually paid attention in their faces. Um, it's nice to have immunity and not knowing that, and knowing that I'm not going. Well, at least for now. Other than that, am I supposed to walk you through the whole challenge? Wait, the challenge was the face morph of two people. Yeah.
Walk me through what it's like to have immunity.
Oh, to have immunity, it's good having immunity. It feels good knowing that um you could just sit on the side and hope for the best and then just talk to everybody and pray that your allies stay. But then you became so close to like the rest of the people that are left. So it kind of hurts. But other than that, it's good to have immunity.
Mike, you played the hidden immunity idol at the final five. You were blocked from being bitten by the snake. Did you have concerns that it could be you, or was it just to cover your bases?
Um, I had concerns it was going to be me, for sure. Especially if it was Nick or Sanam, and it did end up being Nick, so I don't really know what his plan was, or if I was the original plan, but I'm glad I just covered that base and, we're safe there.
Scott, how does the strategy change? When you have a large group of people, there's ample numbers to choose from. You can work and figure out plans A, B, and C. But when you just have four, how do you decide what the best move is?
Jury management. Like you have to know who you can successfully sit beside or who you can trust to sit beside. You have to know that the things that you're saying, you can either follow through with them or back off on them. And how is that going to affect what happens at the end? So it's not just a matter of blindsiding people. It's not just a matter of making a move. You have to consider, what do you say now and can you follow through with it?
Max, Scott brings up jury management. So let's talk about that. Do you feel, in general, the jury respects the games of most of you, or do you feel that somebody here may have an uphill battle?
I think I'd like to think that they'll all respect everyone's game and see how everyone got there. Um, but there's always that what if, or the question marks of um are people bitter? Are people super loyal? Are they, you know, truthful for what they say? There's a lot of factors that go into it. So I really think I think it could be an uphill battle for any of us. It really just kind of depends on how the jury perceives the game and what they really think should be the proper representative of the game in the end.
Rin, at the final four, do allegiances play a factor in anything when it comes to tonight's vote, or is it truly every person for themselves?
Um, I think now that we're for like, I feel like we've spoken to each other enough, and then it's more like, I think it's more yourself than allegiance because it's like we've all played a game. Now it's time to look at how the others played the game. Like, yeah, so to answer your question, I think it's more for yourself than allegiance.
Mike, a little while ago you were declared the villain. Does that give you a leg up in saying, hey, bring me to the end? I'm a villain. I won't get jury votes.
I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword. On one end, you can say like, I think that the jury doesn't like me. I don't see a possibility for them to. But I, would still like to have my shot at the end. Um, but on the other side, like, I don't know, they may say, oh, a villain is great. Like, that's so good. Like, you like did that where like the villain and made it to the end, right? So I think it really could go either way. And I think that's the same for like all of us. I mean, all of us kind of have different titles. I was the hero. I was the villain. Ren was the hero. Scott was the all-star, and Max was the one who didn't get a title in that. And so there's all of these different names that really could mean something different to the jury. Um, and so that is something for all of us to consider moving forward. So I wouldn't just look at the villain, I would look at all the other names as well, the titles as well.
So, Scott, as Mike brought up, you were labeled an all-star. So what is your pitch to be somebody that's worthy of sitting next to you? How do you downplay yourself?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a matter of downplaying or upplaying yourself. Like, you have to appeal to everybody in some way to the best that you can. And if you know that you can't appeal to somebody, then you also have to be honest about that. But if you can appeal to somebody, if you do have something to offer, if you can provide some kind of assurance for somebody else that's going to help them see they have a better chance of getting to the end, then yes, you do it. And if you can't, then you acknowledge it.
And then last, Max, the untitled, as Mike says. What is your plea to be the guy that is worth sitting next to in the end?
Oof. I don't know if I can reveal that quite yet. Just kidding. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it's just gonna have to be really showing people, proving to them what I did and what my game actually was. Because from an outsider's perspective, it definitely could look very uh MIA, nonchalant, very, gone with the wind, you could say. Um, but I really want to prove to people that I chose to play the game this way for a reason. And so I think if I can get there, I'd like to see what happens.
All right, and with that, it is time to find out who is not going to be sitting in the end. I am going to go off camera and mute myself. There are no advantages at play. There are no more idols. It's just a pure vote. So while I am away, please recast your vote to the top of the prod chat, and please do not talk about anything except for this vote and the game. No, don't talk about this vote or the game. The opposite is true. Thank you.
Y'all, Money in the Bank. I've only watched like the first 30 minutes of it, but if you've never watched WWE before and you have Peacock, throw on Money in the Bank tomorrow. Just give it a watch.
I was gonna ask, like, what is it?
So basically, what it is there are a bunch of ladders, and there's this briefcase that's hanging like 15 feet above the ring, and the objective is to get the briefcase. And if you get the briefcase, then you're able to challenge for any championship within a year's time. So pretty much, it's a bunch of people flying off ladders, flying through ladders. Um, yeah, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like one of the best ones to watch to like experience wrestling if you never have. I'm being so dead ass. And yeah, I only watched like the first 40 minutes because me and my girlfriend watch it together. And so like I was like, okay, I can't keep watching, can't spoil it, I gotta just experience it. But this one's gonna be amazing. I'm sure it was amazing. So yeah, Topher, no spoilers. Thank you. Also, shout out Benji and Tyler. my prod guests. Love you guys. You guys are great.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to Chris and Jess, my prod guests. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. I still
Oh,
appreciate
also
it.
shout out Tilly. I should probably shout out my child too. Just maybe. I don't know. She's finally sleeping, so
Right. There are only 4 of you, so it doesn't take a very long time for the ancient Incan Peruvian skull that is face painted to fight off warriors and evil spirits and was sacrificed at one point in time and found in the sand to be filled. There are no idols, so I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The adventurer with the most votes will have fallen prey to the predators in the jungle. They'll have a moment to speak their piece, and then they must leave the zoo immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Scott. Max. 1 vote Scott. 1 vote Max. Max. It's 2 votes Max. 1 vote Scott. 1 vote left. The next vote is Scott. Scott, we have a tie. 2 votes Scott, 2 votes Max. Scott and Max, you cannot vote. You'll have a moment to plead your case, and then Ren and Mike must then re-vote. Max, you may go first.
I would really love to go to the finale or final three or whatever the plan is. I don't know what they're planning. Um, I I don't really know what to say. I would just really like to plead my case in the end. Um, I don't think I'm gonna win, but I'd like to plead my case. So please, you can probably beat me if you bring me with.
Go.
I will just point out that a moment ago, Max said he can't wait to share his story because he's done a lot and purposely played sort of under the radar. So it's interesting that now he's saying, "Oh, you should take me to the end because you'll totally beat me." So what is the truth? We don't know. You ultimately have to make the decision that is best for you, but you also have to consider jury management. I've already said that. It's still true. If you make a deal, if you make an agreement, do you back out now or do you stick to it? That's up to you. Whatever choice you make, you got to commit to it.
All right. Mike and Ren, please go to your prod chats now. Recast your vote. I'll be back. All right. Now, the player with the most votes will have fallen prey to the predators in the jungle, and they must leave the Zoom immediately after a moment to speak their piece. I will read the votes. First vote, Max. Scott, we are going to fire. So, Max and Scott, what's going to happen now is you are going to compete in a challenge. The adventurer that wins the challenge stays in the game. The adventurer that loses the challenge will have fallen prey to the predators in the jungle and will be the next player to join the jury. So, here's how this is going to work. Jennifer, if you'd like to hop on here and walk us through what we need to do.
How did you just say my motherfucking name?
Jennifer?
Do you want me to explain the challenge?
Yes, what do they need to do? We're going to send them each a spreadsheet and they will need to fill it out, right?
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
I'm gonna send both of you guys a spreadsheet to your projects. And there is blanks that you need to fill in. Should I just say what it is so they know?
Yeah.
I can explain how it actually works. So basically, the challenge will be you will get a bank that has a list of every player that has been voted out of this season, from first boot to fifth place. Well, it's all mixed up. It's not in order. And you will also receive a bank of all of the vote counts from throughout the season, again, in a random order. Also on the spreadsheet, you will see where you can fill in the blank of the player and the according vote count. And the player that successfully completes it the fastest will win.
So how it will work is we will send it to you both at the same time, but keep your hands up and do not start until we say begin. Then you will open it up, and when somebody submits, you will say that you have submitted it. And when you say submit, then that means the other player needs to stop what they're doing, hold their hands up. We will check. If it is incorrect, we will say to continue. Both players go back down and to continue. Okay. Are there any questions?
Me, I have questions. Is this a Google spreadsheet?
Yes.
Okay. Just to make sure I understand, because I was thinking about that. When we think we've completed it, we verbally say submit. We don't need to submit anything via chat. It's all live because you have it on the other end.
Correct. So you verbally say submit, and everybody puts their
say submit, so we know that you're done. But we do see it.
Yes.
May I test something really quickly? I'm on an iPad. I just want to make sure. I'm going to go to the schedule. I just want to make sure that it'll open up in Google Sheets and not do anything weird.
Sure.
Yes. Go for it.
Yeah,
Just
don't worry.
this-
I'm doing this on my phone too, so this should
Oh,
be an
God.
invitation.
it does this weird thing where like it doesn't send it to the right place.
It'll open it up in like
Oh,
notes or
okay.
something. Or
It said,
something.
you're right. It opens it up right in the windows. Oh, it says view. Okay, that's the schedule. Okay, I should be good. Let me just get to my prod chat so I can do this right. Okay. Can you see me? Hello?
Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions before we start? I'm gonna send
No.
I'm gonna send them to both of your projects, but just again, just wait with your hands up there, just so that we can make sure you guys both have them at the same time for fairness. Ugh, computer. Computer things. Okay, do you both
Oops.
see it in your
Yes.
are
Yep.
you guys are you guys ready?
Yes.
On
May
your
the best
mark,
man win, Scott.
We'll do our best.
good luck to you both. On your mark, get set, go.
Can I type, please? That would be great.
Yeah. It's not letting me type.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me type. Okay, now you have to, or it's comment only. What?
Yeah, it's not letting me request
on.
edit access. Okay.
Yep. Hold
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Stop for a second.
I'm so sorry. I thought that having you guys be able to comment it would allow
All right. Max, hands for a
Yep.
second.
Sorry.
Max, are your hands up?
Yep, my phone's down. Sorry, my hands are up. Yep, I threw my phone down. Sorry, I was on Discord. I went out of the Excel and went back into Discord
You're good.
to try to reset it. So
That's comment. I thought I was so ready. I had you guys ready with comments.
I'm just glad we were both equally stuck.
Right.
That
That's
would be-
why I didn't want either of you to have. So I was like, all right. Anyway, take two. Ready, set, go.
Come on. It's still not letting me type.
I'll pause.
Hold
Are
on.
you good?
Let me see. Okay, I'm good. Go.
Okay. Can I type? What the? Okay, there we go. Or not? I can only comment still. What the fuck?
I put my hands up.
Oh,
Yeah, I can only comment. It just says view comment. Okay, my hands are up. God damn it. Ugh.
It says you can edit.
It's not working.
Try refreshing or closing the
refresh
Yeah,
app
it,
and then
but
let
reopening
me
it.
let me go. Yeah.
Yeah,
let
I
me
had to refresh
try
too.
that. All right, I reopened it up. Can I click on like A1 to try to
Yeah.
see?
yeah, go ahead and click on.
Okay, I'll just click on a random box and see if I can get it to
I
edit.
see
let
where
me-
you commented on fifth instead of type. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna add that
Go-
into where you were. Okay. And
it's-
you should be good to you both should be good to go test type first, Max.
I am trying. It's when I'm clicking on it, it's only saying copy and comment. This is really stupid. I hate Google Sheets so much with a passion. Why can't I type? I
Are
can.
you-
Yeah, I can try to get on a computer quick. 1 second. I'm sorry. Because I can't type. I don't know. It's not functioning. There's nothing. There's the comment section, share section, and then when I click on a box, there's no option. So I don't know what to do.
Yep, just go ahead and you shouldn't need to be logged into a computer or anything like that. It should just work.
That's why I'm confuzzled. I promise. Like I normally don't have these issues. I'm genuine when I'm saying I can't type anywhere. Like it's just not working. Okay. Discord, please load. Thank you. function, please. What are you doing? See if I can type more. No, I can't. And of course, my Wi-Fi is not connecting, and nothing's going right. And
Take your time.
plan B here, hotspot my computer because I don't know what else to do. I am sorry, y'all. I feel terrible.
No, it's
Don't
okay.
feel terrible. You're fine. We want to make sure that it's fair for everybody.
Yeah.
Why aren't you like? Can I? Okay, wait. We connected. Let's refresh now. Hallelujah, we're loading.
Yay.
We're finally getting somewhere. Okay. All right. And okay. Let me click on a box again to attempt to type. Okay, I can now. Okay, we should be good.
Okay.
Can you see my hands?
Yes. Can you
All
see
right.
mine?
Yep. And begin.
Submit.
All right, hands up, Max. Hands up.
Holy shit.
Right. I'm going to check your scores.
I think I think Scott needs to hit enter.
Oh, just hit it.
Like not it's still like it's showing an empty box on the last box that you
I'll hit enter again.
okay. This is incorrect.
All right. Continue.
Submit.
All right, hands up.
Incorrect.
Continue.
Submit.
Hands up.
Incorrect.
Continue.
Submit.
All right. With that, Scott has won the fire making challenge.
All right, Max. Unfortunately, that means that you are the 8th member of the jury and you have fallen prey to the predators in the jungle. It is now your piece.
Um, whichever one of you two flipped on me or didn't tell me you were voting me, um, not cool. Just would have liked to know. That's all. Um, I don't under. I mean, like, I get why you maybe took me out. I mean, I don't really understand because I genuinely like. Yeah, I wanted to tell my story, but I genuinely don't think they would have voted for me. Um, Scott, I really think you have a strong case here. Love you guys. It's been a blast. Thank you for inviting me and having me and dealing with all my chaos and all of my time changes and hey, I need 15 more minutes. Hey, it's actually going to be an hour and a half. All that BS that I did to you guys. But seriously, thank you so much for the time that I was here. It was a blast. I loved it. It was a wild ride.
Thank you, Max. All right. Scott, Ren, Mike, the three of you have now made it to the final three. Congratulations on such an amazing accomplishment. Tomorrow night, you will have your final immunity challenge, followed by the final adventurer falling prey to the predators in the jungle, deciding your last member of the jury of 9, who will then decide which of you is worthy enough to become the apex predator. Good luck, adventurers, and good night.
Oh, that's my cue.
Mike, Ren, and Scott bounced fast. Mike, you're still here?
Wait, did it end? Did the YouTube end?